y'all, it's Elisabeth and welcome back to my channel. This is the start of week 8 of Esthetician class, and y'all, I woke up this morning, got Arthur to school, came home, had breakfast and coffee, and I just really dug in and was melting my brain with studying to get ready for what I assumed was going to be chapter 6.1, 6.2, and 6.3. The entire chapter all about electricity, electrotherapy, and machines, protocols, and whatnot. But silly me, I didn't look at the email that Ms. Maya sent last night telling us what the weekly overview, what it was going to look like. So we ended up being tested for chapter 6.1 and 6.3, which I've already done. I scored 97% and then 100%. So all that studying really did pay off. Ms. Maya told us that 6.2 she is saving for tomorrow because it is a bit of a longer test, and she was gracious enough to give us an extra day to study. So after our test right now, there are some people still taking their test, but I'm taking this time to relax, drink some water and whatnot, and record this vlog. But later today, after we're done, we're going to start our chapter 13 studying, which is all about body treatments. And Miss Maya did tell us that we will be doing body polishes on campus next week, so that's exciting to look forward to. But we're going to be looking at body wraps and well, I did a little peek at the chapter, cellulite treatments and whatnot. So that is going to be really interesting. And then this afternoon, we're going to be reviewing our normal to dry facial protocol. And then we were told there is bridal balance. It is a little video assignment that we have, but as estheticians, because we will be certified makeup artists, something that will happen out in the wild is that estheticians and makeup artists, they work with cosmetologists. Cosmetologists, they do hair, they do skin, they do makeup. They actually do learn about esthetician, but a lot of them, that's not what they want to focus on. They want to focus on mainly hair, nails, maybe a little bit of skin, maybe a little bit of makeup, but most of the time they will collaborate with estheticians and makeup artists. So for big events like weddings or, you know, fashion shows, whenever we get back to having fashion weeks in the US, or, you know, just in this country because we are under a pandemic, but there is collaboration out there, and you need to know how to not only work with other people, but how to balance it out. Because, for example, you might be at a wedding. This is an example that Ms. Maya used. You might be at a wedding where it is a vintage, you know, the bride wants something vintage to go with the decor and her dress and everything. So you want to be able to work with other people so that you have a nice vintage hairstyle, and then you also have nice vintage inspired makeup. You don't want to do something full glam or heavy evening or red carpet. You want something vintage and something, you know, that you, again, it's collaboration, it's cohesiveness, and it's delivering what your client wants, which is what? That's how you make money. That's how you get referrals, and that's how you make even more money. So that is the overview for today. Oh, something else, y'all. We decided as a class that starting February 1st, which was Monday, we would be doing the gallon challenge. So that is, we are each drinking a gallon of water every single day. And especially on days that I work, I have a little 20-ounce Starbucks cup. It's actually 26 ounces, but shush, shush. I get a venti cup and I fill it up with water, and I mark it 7 times because there are 128 ounces in a gallon. Yes. Yes. Remember that info because it will win you $1 million on Jeopardy, on a trivia quiz game. You never know. At a bar trivia night, it can happen. But yeah, 128 ounces and a day. That's easy. I usually get that done before I leave work at noon or 1 o'clock. So I'm 2 days in, and I'm going to make it to day number 3 thanks to my water bottles. Yes, I also bring these water bottles with me when I go on campus because I don't like running to the water fountain very often. I like to have my coffee. I make sure that I stay hydrated and whatnot. But I have one water bottle full of water, and then usually the pink one, I will fill that up again. So I really, you know, I've noticed that with drinking a lot of water, one, it prevents me from being dehydrated, but it really does help your skin, and it does flush out all the bad stuff that is inside your body that should not be there. So yes, y'all, if you want to join the gallon challenge with me, go ahead and drop a comment down below, and let's hold each other accountable and let's have fun with it. So I'm going to log off here. I will update y'all. Let's say, you know what? I'm committing this time. I'm committing to lunchtime. Lunchtime, and after class is done, do a little quick recap before I pick up Arthur from school. But, you know, keep y'all updated, and I'm going to find out some more info to help out my classes. Okay, sorry. There is something that I wanted to mention in today's clip that I kind of remembered after I hit that stop button. So on Wednesdays, Miss Maya, she comes on and we kind of start our day, like she'll read us something or talk about a podcast that she's listened to, share some information, and then we all kind of, you know, chime in or we share about what happened on our weekend. But today Miss Maya read something talking about how, you know, in order to create the life that you want, a happy life, yes, there's going to be those fun moments, but there's also going to be those down and dirty moments, things that you don't want to do, but you have to do, because life is not all rainbows and sunshine and unicorns. And she asked us, you know, is there something that y'all want to share where, you know, look in the moment, it's like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, but you did it, and then you got to the other side of it, and, you know, you're grateful, you're glad it happened. Is there something that you want to share? And I definitely shared about my divorce. I did get a little, you know, choked up because it's something that I'm still dealing with. But I'm not going to go into detail about it. But March 1st last year in 2020, on top of pandemic and everything starting up, I decided to pack up my car, pack up my son, pack up my cat in my Ford Focus, and then drive 1,400 miles to be home and just start a new chapter in my life. It was something very difficult. Took months of crying and screaming and anger, and a lot of work. A lot of work went into, you know, okay, I'm restarting life. I need to make a better life, not only for me, but for my son. It's something that not only we deserve, but I want that for us, and I'm going to make it happen. Flash forward to today, February 2021. Divorce has been finalized for several months, but there's still some stuff going on. I'm not going into detail about it, not going to badmouth anyone, but again, at that moment, it's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't want to do this, but I have to do this for our safety, our sanity, and try not to get choked up here, y'all. Really try. But it's something that I have to do. And while I was sharing this just shows like how, okay. Soak it up, Erica, let's go. While I was sharing this, I was getting teary-eyed, and these women, not girls, these women were sending me messages, and it's just like, they're encouraging. They're like, you're so strong. You're amazing. You got this. I did not know you were going through this. And, okay. Let's dry it up. Dry it up, y'all. People don't, it's not something that I've been very vocal about. But, y'all can see, it's still kind of hurts. I am a strong person. I'm very grateful for the lessons I've come through it. But, you know, people recognize the hard work that I'm doing. You know, my son's happy. He has friends. He's in school. I'm able to provide things for him as a single parent. I'm not dependent on someone else. And that's really, really big for me. And to have other people, you know, not so much validate, but to acknowledge the hard work that I'm doing. I'm in school, making a life that I want. People are recognizing that, you know, look, you're promoting your business. You're going live. You're sharing your journey. And again, just the encouragement. I absolutely adore these women. They're so strong. They're so supportive. And while other people were sharing their stories about, I was doing this job and someone was pushing me to promote and do hard work, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, I was happy with the life that I had and I didn't want to change, but someone pushed them to do it. They finally decided to do it and they're happier. There's more opportunity for them. And, I kind of passed on that good energy. Like, girl, bravo to you. You are, whenever you walk into the room, I know that you're there. You are strong, you are confident, you are present, and I absolutely admire you. So again, I can't rave about these women enough because, again, we're all from different backgrounds. We all have our own stories, but yet we're here in this class, in this moment together, learning, collaborating, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to be with. Like I said, I was supposed to, I was intending to start school back in September, but classes filled up. Sorry, you're going to be in the December class. I was a little upset because it's like, no, I want to get this done. Like, I am ready to do this now, but I really am part of a class that I am supposed to be with. I'm supposed to be around with these women. Again, just, I can learn so much with them and from them. So wanted to share that. I love Wednesday mornings when we have moments like this. We share about our weekends. There's a little lesson opportunity, and we can, again, we share our experiences, and it's so beautiful. And to know that I've got people like this cheering me on, as well as people here on my YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, in-laws. I may not be legal, I may not be legally tied to them through my ex-husband, but those people are still family. I message them and we keep up with travel, what's going on, how people are doing during the pandemic, businesses, and little milestones. It's just, it's so much better. So again, let me log off, get some stuff done, get back to learning, and I will update y'all during lunch and at the end of the day. Hey y'all, okay, lunchtime update. We're about to log on in right now. Haha. Let me fix this really quick. Let's stop that video. There we go. Now we're safe. All right, so lunch update. Went over body treatments like body wraps, microdermabrasion, foot peels, all that. What was something else? We talked about hydrotherapy baths, which, oh my goodness, y'all. There are hot springs here in the US, but I just keep seeing the one from Iceland, and I'm just like, I hate the cold, but it looks so pretty, and that's something definitely on my bucket list. I mean, I want to visit Europe and explore all over. I've been to Germany, I've been to Ireland, but I still want to go to Spain, I want to go to France, I want to go to Transylvania, I want to go to Iceland, I want to go to Sweden, Finland. Like, there's a whole world out there, and I want to explore it. But yeah, just went over that. And then we talked a little bit, something that brought up conversation was like, with makeup artists, should there be, should you be licensed? Should you have to have your license, go to school for 6 months and all that to be a certified makeup artist? Because there are people out there who are not professionals. They just have a raw God-given talent, and it's beautiful work. But there are also horror stories out there, like with anything, whether it's apartments, jobs, people that you know. There are horror stories out there where it's like, look, my daughter got her makeup done by this, self-proclaimed makeup artist, and she got infected, and there's all these problems. She has skin tags, there's infections, and she is now going to be going through some stuff for the rest of her life because the makeup artist did not clean and sanitize. And something that we all kind of agreed upon was like, if you're a makeup artist, there are classes available that, do an online course for 2 weeks and you're certified. A lot of that is sanitation, and that is huge. That is huge. Even when you're not living in the middle of a pandemic, it's just like, how, like, you sit back and you think, okay, how many times did I go to a salon or spa and they didn't sanitize their tools. Well, think about that with makeup artists. That's why makeup artists, they invest a lot in their tools. They need multiple brushes, and if they're going to be doing clients throughout the entire day, it's gonna be very difficult to wash and clean and sanitize, you know, the same one set of brushes. That's why they invest a lot into their tools, is for their business. And so that was just, you know, a nice little thing for us to be aware of as estheticians, makeup artists, whatever we're doing. It was just, it was a good discussion. So we're logging on. It is 1:30. Classes to resume. I will update y'all at the end of the day. Hey y'all, happy Thursday. Yes, I know I said I would do an update at the end of the day, but life got hectic. Been doing a lot of stuff with my business and just life. I know I keep saying that, but it's so true, y'all. So I think what I'm going to do for future vlogs, when we do virtual days, I will just do one video clip for end of day, quick recap, tell y'all what I think about it, and then continue on to the next day. And campus, I'll try to get more footage when I'm actually there, because I feel like my videos are just really long and it's just the same. I'm sitting here, I'm talking blah 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 blah, and that's it. And sometimes I'm repeating myself, so let's cut that. So just a quick recap at the end of Wednesday. We got back from lunch, and then we did an assignment where we had to recommend an AM and a PM regimen for a normal to sensitive client. Now, that was the first facial that we did, and that feels like it was forever ago, when it was actually, let's see, we did back facial, we did normal to dry, and then normal to sensitive. So that was our first facial. That was 3 facials ago, and it, again, time is flying by so quickly. And yeah, I did have a little bit of a struggle doing that, because it's like, okay, I at least want to, for a routine, for a recommendation, I want to recommend at least washing, toning, and moisturizing your face every day for morning. And then depending on skin type, like I would recommend a face mask at night, where you're able to do more than just wash, tone, and moisturize and hydrate your skin. I think nighttime is perfect for masks, especially if you're going to double mask or something like that, because you're able to actually sit down, relax, prop your feet up, and, you know, watch a couple minutes of a TV show while you're waiting for a face mask to settle or something like that. It's not, you know, okay, I need to wake up at 3 o'clock so I can do a whole routine for my face. That's just my personal preference. And I want to know, other estheticians, students, professionals, or just normal people, you know, what do y'all prefer to mask in the morning? Do y'all prefer at night? What are some routines that y'all like to do, AM or PM? And let me know what your favorite product is, or what skin type you think you have. Just sound it down in the comments. I know that on the schedule it said we were supposed to do a bridal balance, but something came up, and Miss Maya was like, you know what? There's a video because we were talking about body treatments, and that included chemical peels, which it's more than just, you know, oh, a nice little, you know, extra exfoliation of the skin. Like, no, there are layers to it. There are so many layers. There are so many different acids, and the pH balance, power of hydrogen, just there's so much that goes into it. It's really fascinating, but scary at the same time. When I saw some case study pictures, like before, during, and after, it's just like, oh boy. But chemical peels are really great. They can help with hyperpigmentation. They can help with acne. They can help with breakouts, fine lines, and wrinkles. It depends on what you're looking for. And it was fascinating and scary at the same time. So I might be going down that rabbit hole. Don't know. But we ended up watching this webinar video for about an hour or so, instead of doing the bridal balance, I don't even know what to call it. Lesson, I guess is what I'll call it. We didn't do the bridal balance lesson, so I guess that's just gonna be kind of delayed, which I don't know. I mean, things have been going good with school as far as like us staying on track, and, you know, okay, we're learning this subject. Well, it builds off of what we previously learned, and okay, it's easier to understand. But I was talking with a fellow student. We were text messaging, and it's just like, okay, you know, yes, Esthetician, you're doing facials and all this and whatnot. It's important, especially when we go upstairs and we're doing our clinic hours, but we're ready to dive into makeup. And it's just like, okay, we're kind of hitting that plateau. We want to do makeup, let's go. And something that we both mentioned was like, you know, we're getting a lot of information, but we're kind of biting at the bit. Like we want to go, we want to move on to the next part. And I understand it's, you know, we have to learn this specific way. We have to learn how they do it. And this is exactly how it's going to be out in when we go and get jobs. Like we're going to have to learn a whole new system. We're going to have to learn products and actually know what we're doing. I mean, it's fun to do makeup and to get artsy and creative and all that, but we have to lay our, what was it from Uptown Girls? Fundamentals are the elements of fun. So while a little irked about it, you gotta do it. Just like what we talked about yesterday, how there are gonna be times where you gotta do stuff you don't want to do, but it's going to build up to the happy stuff that you're looking forward to. So on that note, I'm gonna study for chapter 6.2 test. It's the big one, so study. I got my coffee ready. Thank you, work. And I will update y'all at the end of day how it all goes and what we're doing. Hey y'all, it is the end of Thursday and what a day it has been. We started chapter 14, which is Esthetician in the medical field. There are things that estheticians are allowed to do, but to take it to the next level, you do have to do a bit of studying in the medical field in order to do dermabrasions. Microdermabrasions are just dealing with the superficial and sometimes facial layer of the skin, whereas, or not, let me correct that. The superficial and just really the epidermis layer of the skin, whereas dermabrasion, it goes deeper, and sometimes you need to be numbed to do procedures like that, and you do need extra certification and schooling in order to do that. There are also things like doing Botox, lip fillers, eyelid surgery, and facelift. Estheticians are able to do that, but again, with more medical training. It's not something that I'm really interested in, just because I've done studying for medical billing and coding, and just not something that's really piquing my interest. So then we had our lunch hour, and I actually had a phone interview with a salon here in town, and it was really, really nice. I was on the phone with a person for a half an hour, and just really great, really excited. I told them that, you know, hey, I am in school. I'm expected to graduate in June, but I just wanted to put myself out there and see what's available and get my foot in the door, because I do not have salon or spa experience, but I do have customer service experience, and I'm not one of those, or I am one of those people where I'm willing to start at the bottom and work my way up. So if there is a receptionist job, I'm totally open to that. And they actually invited me for a second interview. Although there is no reception job, and legally I cannot perform any services because I'm not a licensed esthetician. But to have my foot in the, you know, kind of in the door is just like, it's really, really exciting. And it just makes me look forward to the next couple of months. And then after lunch, we came back and we went over the normal to oily facial protocol, another webinar video with Miss Helga, and just getting ready to perform facials tomorrow and Saturday. It's going to be a little weird being on campus on Friday and Saturday, but hey, we're on campus nonetheless. It's going to be a half and half class, so 4 or 5 pairs will be doing the facial, while the other half of the class is doing book work, and then the next day we'll swap. Arthur and I will be going to my sister's on the West Bank, so that way someone can watch Arthur, he can spend time with his cousins, and I'm not having to make such a long commute for school. This is something that my sister and I discussed before school started, and it also gives me a chance to spend time with my family, and I can watch the kids and allow my sister and her husband to go out for a dinner or just spend time with each other and have adult time without the stress of kids. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend and all the excitement. I will be putting in video clips and photos of before and after for whoever I get paired up with, and whoever it is, I'm going to do a phenomenal job on them. I know it. I'm going to treat them with VIP treatment, which every person that I perform a service on is going to get VIP treatment. I don't care if I've seen you for the millionth time. I'm still going to act like this is the first time you're walking in, and everything is going to get done to the absolute best. So it is 9 o'clock. Arthur's in bed, but I need to wash my hair, do a little dry brushing. I'm not going to do anything intense with my face, just in case I am one of the first people to perform facials. So just a little dry brushing, a little light exfoliation, some toning and moisturizing and hydrating, and then bedtime. So you'll have a great night, and I will see y'all for the next update, whether that's Friday or Saturday. Pictures to come, and yeah, bye. Hey y'all, it is Monday afternoon, just got home from work, and wow, what a weekend we had. So Friday, Miss Maya didn't meet us at the door, and so we just when we entered the school, we washed our hands, we clocked in, and then we just all kind of picked our own tables. And Miss Maya later came in, she's like, okay, pick your numbers, and coincidentally I picked table number 2, which I was already at table number 2, but then I found out that I got paired up with Natia. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, because Natia has beautiful skin. Day one, she was asking, what she could do with her skin because she feels like she's oily. When we did the normal to dry facial, when they did the skin analysis, they're like, actually, her skin is really dry. It's probably from all of the exfoliating and trying to balance out her oily skin. But just the fact I got paired up with Natia, I was like, beautiful skin, and this is going to be so much fun to do a facial on her and to receive a facial from Natia, because everyone that has gotten a facial from Natia is just like, yes, Natia is so smart. She always gets first place with the Kahoot quizzes. We always joke about, okay, we got to knock her out, and we never can. So not only is Natia beautiful, she has a beautiful baby girl, but she is so smart. So I gave Natia her facial in the morning, and normal to oily, when you do that facial, there are 2 routes that you can take. You can go for more oil control, or you can go on the acneic side. Natia, we just did the oily facial, but we did do extractions. She was concerned about right here in the eyebrow area because there were a couple breakouts, but then there was also on her nose, it was a couple blackheads. So it wasn't any major Papa Zit kind of extraction, but it was still fun nonetheless, and I was very glad that I could do that for her. Afterwards, I did realize that I missed the scalp compression during the sensory journey, but Natia, she absolutely loved it. She was so great. And then it was my turn to get a facial, and y'all, I say all the time that I have really dry skin, but I still thoroughly enjoyed that facial because We did do 2 masks. There were 2 focus massages involved, and we got the steamer out. Y'all know how much I love that steam machine when it comes to facials. When it came to extractions, there was like one little extraction. I mean, you can't even see it now. It was, that minor. But Natia took care of it. And then she looked at my nose. I was just like, my face is fine. I've got one breakout here. I've got this zit that I popped and I totally ruined my face temporarily. This will be gone. Give it about 2 more weeks. But she went a step further and she's like, I see 2 coming breakouts in here, in like the little, crooks of the nose where face mask, where dirt, where everything likes to collect and hide there. She's like, I've got this, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm like, yeah, if you see it, go for it. And when she extracted out, it just was a little bit of a pinprick of pain. I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. I'm not gonna have to deal with another zit on my nose. Thank you. I was so grateful. And at the end of my facial, I was just like, yes, we got the cooling oil on the back. It was wonderful. And my skin, it didn't look greasy. It did feel like, I did feel like a little extra hydration on my face, which I really appreciate. But overall, I was just like, I don't want this facial to end, because for the first time, I will honestly say this, I was not laying there and just being like, okay, this is the next step. This is how I need to correct myself. No, I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I almost fell asleep. I was just like, my senses are still going. I could still hear everything and whatnot, but I actually relaxed, and I'm like, not analyzing, just breathe and appreciate, and it was amazing. So bravo to Natia for that. In fact, if y'all want to follow Natia's esthetician page on Instagram, I will link that down below as well. So that was Friday was also the day that Miss Maya told us that she was not going to be our instructor anymore. She was going to finish Friday and Saturday with us, but she had accepted a job with Hydrofacial, and she was going to be flying out on Saturday and do her module, start training and everything with the company. So we're all just like, no, Miss Maya, you got to stay with us. But at the same time, we were, hey, this is the next step in your journey, and, you've got this, you're wonderful, and congratulations. And Miss Maya was very nice to point out, I'm not your educator anymore, but guess what I am? I am your colleague. So we can be friends on social media. We can text each other, we can email, and when it comes to when y'all are licensed and graduated and everything, you can use me as a reference. And that is huge. That is so huge, especially in any work field, because you want references that's not just your family. Like they want educators. And when you're someone like me who's been out of high school for 10 plus years, you don't really want to list, you're a high school English teacher, because they're probably retired and not going to answer that call. But the fact that Ms. Maya was like, you can use me as a reference, and this is, our relationship has gone to the next level. I thoroughly appreciated it. So then Saturday, it was the other half of the class's turn to do facials. And those of us who were doing workbook, y'all, we were cutting up, and we had to be told to hush a couple times. What is that sparkle in my hair? We were told to hush a couple times, but once the facials got going, it was like, okay, we're quiet, we're doing our book work, we're helping each other out, it's all good. In fact, I will be inserting a whole bunch of clips from Saturday. But y'all, it just makes me appreciate these girls even more. It's just like, it really does feel like a sisterhood. Like, we got a group text going, and we were trying to surprise Miss Maya with a little edible arrangements delivery that sadly did not go through, but whatever. We got through the facials, we did our sanitation, and then we still had a good bit of time before we had to clock out. And so we finally learned how to do the hustle. It was something that Ms. Maya joked about for weeks, and then we're like, put it on the screen, let's learn and let's do it. And so Kimberly, actually got video. I will insert that in here as well. We also wobbled. We had a whole bunch of fun, and we went around talking about, you know, how was the first day of school, and so far being 8 weeks in, what do we think, and what's, you know, what career path are we thinking about? And it was really awesome because at the first day of school, a lot of girls are like, well, I want to own my own spa. I want to make my own beauty line. And come to find out that like a lot of people, we all, like, I almost want to say majority of us, if not all of us, love waxing. At Hannah and I, we were the only two people who were like, we love sugaring. Sugaring is awesome. Everyone's like, not so sure about that. But just really, really cool to see like how we were at week 1 and how we are at week 8, and just all the excitement. And it got me, I keep saying excited, but it really pepped me up because, you know, there are girls who they've already been offered jobs at spas that are going to open soon, or partnerships with friends who do makeup, and, oh, we want to add esthetician, we want to add facials and stuff like that. We'd like to bring you on. And it just makes me want to clap and applaud, give everyone a standing ovation. And just to see the progress that they've made is just, it's wonderful, and I enjoy being a part of it. So that is it for week 8. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Week 9 is going to be a whole new chapter and a whole new educator, aka an instructor, and it's going to be Miss Heather. She actually was the one who came down and demonstrated a Brazilian wax when we were doing waxing. And Miss Heather has been an educator with Aveda, so she knows her stuff. And while we are sad that Miss Maya is not going to be there, I am excited to learn from Heather because she brings a whole new perspective into the beauty and to the beauty industry. And when she was, you know, telling us about waxing, you know, while she was giving a Brazilian wax, she was talking about other companies that we had not heard of. And I, you know, as someone who loves learning, I'm excited for it. So we're on campus Wednesday and Thursday, and we are virtual Friday and Saturday. So whole new adventure. I hope y'all are enjoying this series. If you are enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up, click download and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know when my next video is up. I'm doing so many more videos other than a weekly vlog. So many ideas are coming, and it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Oh, I will mention, while we were going around and talking about, you know, where do we see ourselves going after we graduate from Aveda, and we were talking about someone mentioned a spa, that when you first walk in, there's a fountain that, you know, you can get your drinking water, but in the center of it was a little tube where they put crystals, so that crystals were energizing the water, and that was an extra service that their guests can appreciate. And at Hana, she and I were sitting by each other. We were just going back and forth, just, you know, chatting and getting to know each other. But she's like, you know, I'm just now learning about crystals and how they're actually used in skincare. People do facials and place stones on the face or on the arms. And I'm like, yeah, the company that I work for, you know, perfectly posh, there was a product line, a seasonal product line, where it was inspired by space, but they actually used gemstones in their products. So there was a body cream with amethyst. There was another body cream with diamonds. There was a face mask with malachite. There was a body scrub with rose quartz. And y'all, that body scrub was one of my favorite products. Not only was the scent amazing, but the scrub was just a nice, gentle body scrub, not a polish. It was still a body scrub. Polishes are a lot softer, but it was gentle. The scent was amazing. The color was beautiful because there was rose quartz in it. And the gel from it, like the liquid from this body scrub, you could actually like scoop it out, or you could pour it out into your hand and use it as a lather for the smoothest and most nourishing shave ever. And Hannah's like, are you kidding me? Where are these products? I'm like, Sadly, they're retired. It was seasonal and it was over a year ago, but if I find products, I will let you know. And it's just, yeah, educating each other, because, you know, I have experience with this, but I don't have experience in something else. So this is, again, I repeat this again. This is why working with other people, collaborating is so important, because it expands your knowledge, it expands your growth, and opens your mind to things you never thought of before, and things that, you know, you want to learn about and you can incorporate and build on. So very, very huge, and I love it. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. I will be this is being uploaded on Tuesday. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see y'all here next week for week 9 of SDLIG school. Y'all take time each and every day to live, adventure, and pamper. Bye.
All right, y'all ready? Yes.